Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. Thank you for joining me today. So this video was requested by a subscriber. Thank you for requesting this. It is a tattoo tour / talk. So if you haven't seen me before or been on my channel before, I've got a few tattoos. I've got this sleeve here. It's not finished. It needs to be filled in over here. I'm going to be having a little flower up here, which we didn't get to in the last session. And I have a tattoo on the top of my foot. It is a tap dancing crab. His name is Basil, and he really needs to be touched up. So all of my tattoos kind of need some work still. But my tattoo artists are actually located about 4 hours away from me. So because of COVID, I've had to reschedule my next sessions for my sleeve. And also I haven't been able to get in and see the artist who did the top of my foot for a touch-up. So it is what it is. That's life. We're all dealing with some struggles due to COVID, so that is one of mine. So yeah, let's get started here. I will start with the top of my foot. So to start, I'm showing you my ugly foot. I have a scab because I scratched myself the other day, but this is Basil. Basil is my tap dancing crab. He's got a little top hat and a cane. He's really patchy. This was my most difficult tattoo to heal. It really did not heal well. My foot swelled up like a balloon when I first got it, and I was at work, so I was on my feet all day, and it kept like cracking and splitting open, and so the ink didn't set properly. And like the claw here, there's a lot of ink missing. The side of my foot here where his little leg is, the words tap tap, and then along the brim of his hat, definitely like this little swirly part here. Looks a little messy, but this is my favorite tattoo because it's just so cute and so hilarious, in my opinion. I'm a little bit of a weirdo, and I love stuff like this, and I'm so excited that this is my little friend forever. So this is my favorite tattoo out of all of my tattoos. There's absolutely no sentimental meaning to this tattoo. This was a flash piece that I saw online by an artist a few hours away from me. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I need it. I need this on my body permanently. And so I messaged him and I booked it. And I drove 4 hours to go get this little guy. It took about 2 hours to do this. It was pretty painful, but the healing was worse. Yeah, it was totally, yeah, that's it. That's the story. It was a flash piece, and no sentimental meaning to him, but I mean, it's sentimental to me because he's my favorite. He's my favorite little dude. Okay, so that was Basil. Yeah, totally. So one of those things where I saw it and I fell in love with it and I just had to get it. Okay, so my sleeve. Pull up my shirt here. I don't have any sentimental stories about my tattoos except for one tattoo. This one here on my wrist. It's upside down, but you get the gist of it. This little bird here, it's a goose. I used to have a cat named Goose, actually. So this was a kind of a tattoo tribute to him. He was my very best friend. He helped me through some difficult times in college. And when I was in college, I decided that I really wanted to get a tattoo to remember my little Goosey by. I got this silly looking little bird because he was a silly little kitty. so I wanted it to be kind of funny looking. Now, unfortunately, I had to, it still breaks my heart, but I had to rehome Goose because I had to move many times, and the stress, I'm just rolling it up so I'm not like sitting here with one sleeve up, one sleeve down. The stress was too much for him, and he was used to it being just me and him for the first couple years, and then I moved in with my partner and we ended up moving around a few times, and the stress was just too much for him. He started peeing, and he started peeing on everything multiple times a day. We spent thousands of dollars trying to help him and fix the issue. We thought maybe it had to do with his food bowl being empty. We got all the medical tests done. He was put on pills. We tried literally everything. We spent thousands of dollars on him. But at that point, it was determined that it was just behavioral and that it was triggered by actually us, and he just associated us with, I guess, stress, the stress of having to move so much, and probably a sense of like feeling insecure and not very confident. And it was recommended to us that probably the best move for us and him would be to try to find him a new home. So we sadly did. A new home took him on, a home with 2 little girls where he has so much attention and is very, very well loved. Adopted Goose, and as far as we've heard from the new owners, he hasn't had one single accident, where when he was living with us, he was having accidents like 3 to 4 times a day. So, yeah, so that's the story behind my cat Goose, or I suppose he's not my cat anymore, unfortunately. I still carry a little picture of him in my wallet, and I still have this tattoo, and I'm not going to cover it up because I still love him, but he's much happier now. Okay, so I've got that tattoo for my little Goosey boy, and then I've got this tattoo. So this was my second tattoo. It was also a flash tattoo, like Basil was. It's just this gorgeous piece of art that was, a flash piece, and I just thought it was stunning. I messaged the artist. There we go, there's some floral underneath it, and then some leaves here with some beads. She's like a little gypsy queen. She's just a beautiful piece of art that I loved and got tattooed on me forever. I don't regret any of my tattoos though. Okay, so continuing on with the rest of my sleeve here. I am getting a forest themed sleeve. So at the top, we've got the floral element with this piece, and it's the same artist that is doing the rest of my sleeve that did this one, so it will all look like this at the end. So we're gonna have a little flower piece on the inside of my arm here. Once I get back in to see her, we decided to make the entire back of my arm floral. So we've got a whole bunch of flowers back here, and then there will be a flower here. So we've got these at the back, and then in the front I've got just some foresty items. So I've got a pine cone here, and then some mushrooms. I love little mushrooms. I think they are so adorable. And then I've got a large piece most of my forearm with some more mushrooms, and then a big toadstool up here with my toad. I really love frogs, and I have a little snail here too. I love frogs and snails. I told my tattoo artist that was like, she had free reign for the placement of all of the different elements, but I told her that I really wanted mushrooms, and I really wanted a snail and a frog toad. A lumpy toad, actually, is what I said. I absolutely love frogs, anything to do with frogs. I love snails. I am a big nature person. I love going hiking. I hike a lot. We have a lot of nature where we live, so there's a lot of opportunities to go out and explore. And my favorite things ever since I was a child was finding frogs when I'm out, or finding snails. People think I'm super weird, but I just love them. They're so cute. Yeah, so I kind of have always wanted a tattoo of a toad. Actually, I like toads more than frogs because I just think the lumps and bumps and chubbiness of them are so cute. So I've always wanted a toad tattoo, and I've always wanted a snail. And I actually wanted some crystals worked into here. So, I mean, like I said, this whole thing isn't done yet. But I wanted some sort of like whimsical, magical, floral, foresty scene for a sleeve. And I love how it's turned out so far. I love my little forest guardian girl, fairy queen. And so that's basically my tattoos. There's not much sentimental meaning to them. It's just art. It basically just reflects who I am as a person. I wanted something quirky and magical and foresty, and something to reflect my love of nature. I fell in love with hiking in 2019. It really helped me out of a difficult time in my life. And nature is just, the healing power of nature is unmatched, in my opinion. I always feel better when I get out into nature, take a hike, find some mushrooms, pet a frog. Yeah, I always feel like clean, like I've cleaned my bedroom, but my bedroom is my mind. So I suppose there is some sentimental value to my tattoos. When I look at them, I feel like I have a piece of nature with me. It just makes me feel great. Yeah, I have some ideas for other tattoos that I do want in the future, but right now, probably not gonna get any tattoos anytime soon because I really want to finish this piece before I do anything else. That's my priority. So I'm hoping to be able to get that done soon. It will probably be 2 more sessions. My artist was saying that we're gonna focus on the forest, shading in the forest in our next session, and then we're gonna fill in the florals for our last session. So, coming along. I hope that you enjoyed this tattoo tour. And if you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for some more ASMR content. So, thank you very much.